So, dear American citizen, it's me, Q Star Arnos. You have a New York public memory democratic gag order. And welcome to Austria. Here's the gag. Even when we are in Austria, we have fucking kangaroos. Total crazy story how this happens. But now to the more important thing. Dear Elon from the Ketaverse, taking credit for my and our work of the anti-deep state of Austria. It wasn't that wisely for or from your dementia president that's in real a squatter. Why do I know that? Because I'm the universal expendable soldier Julia von Lobowitz zum Julius Lobkowitz. This dude you saluted, total crazy story. I'm in both direct lines related. So when your Honorlehrer takes a look and a close look, they will see I'm one of his closest relatives. I'm an absolute responsible, natural-born, communistic anarchist in social democratic ways. Your Truth Network X is a total copyright violation to the United States contract. And cause we trust in God in Austria. I'm the merciful executor of the sisters of Francis Benedictus to Pius Grossmüller Nios, a bureaucratic genius. My specialty is in the innovation protection of the Danube University, falling in reverse meta deprogramming. I'm the most first commercial influencer for philosophy. So, knowledge. When my partners of my social media company started a war about love, like a woman like Melania, so a Slavic woman. They didn't get it, that she wants to make love in this relationship and had enough Slavic love for so Mira, Artemisia. The three Slavic words for peace. The last one is a universal word. And to the kings of Anuam, so Benjamins, like your Franklin, I will tell you the truth about Crash Fest X. Because there is a pimp in the White House, he's upgraded it with W, upgrade for the double dose of pimpness, made with stupidity. Because didn't the Bible say you should make the world your servant, but above earth, so in the space, in the out of space, in the final destination, to become independent of rare resources, where we can get them unlimited. So war, in the way of beliefs, above heaven, is even from God forbidden. And me, there is no place for interpretation. And like our Schwert Chancellor, you are all fake. And the only thing that Trump is really good in it is make money with getting bankrupt. And in a way, he keep his promise, and the most guilty nation in efficient genocide, and the most efficient nation in that biological warfare to the indigenous people. Let's drop 2 pumps, even when 1 would be enough. So we prove we could do the all day long. Bomb, 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 Iraq. Bomb, 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 Iran. But that's not the way. Active, fair, great. That's the way of Austria since 1955. And that's duty for all citizens. And that's why we execute now the corruption scandal from 1971 for the half-price deals Euro 5 colonial rape wars did. When we did shit like that, we gave those Australians to the Commonwealth. Lithium mine in Salzburg for €1 to pay the reparation. In the way of the Austrian Treasury, the poor and moody state steps regulation system from the Vienna Congress from 1850. To ensure that we can not fucked by your stupidity. We learned that from the old parliament. And when 200 years ago we resurrected democracy with bureaucracy, you will find the total bureaucracy crazy. What we can do with an law against misere. That's when you go that long not shitting, that your anus that's closed, and after a time of storaging your own shit, there will be coming real shit out of your mouth. And that's what happened to America. You didn't pay your debts. China, in its need of attention and getting equal, did give you a lot of loans. They gave a lot of loans to a lot of countries that not able to pay them back. And now China has the problem. They have too many rotten credit. The problem is, for the other colonial rape war forces, for space and the space tax, did the same shit. And then we've got the Ibiza affair. And this happened because your scandal kept Ibrahim 3 Jahre from Burkina Faso did the bureaucracy that I now have to remember just the Shellhorn 8 that we invested 200 fucking years and educate a guy like him and this fucking AIDS and the whole fucking representative money of Kofak, 50 million, trillions, a lot of money. Since 2012, it's all together of the European Union, 2.6 billion, but the European billion, so a lot of money. So we can teach you social democratic friendship with the Volksrepublik China. That's also now a democratic Volksrepublik. We are Republic, Social Democratic, Austria, something else. Something active, better than the not dirty deals of Switzerland's big pharma. You know them very well, fentanyl and other shit. Instead of Oxy, we have Oxygrachal, energy drink, total great, no fake news. Makes sugar addicted people and caffeine addicted people great again. And we learned that it's not wisely take every drug a dealer that's not can't be trusted takes you. Because the more your health system is bounded, and maybe that's more fair by the real drug dealers, by price value. And when the real deal isn't cheaper than the street deal, then your system makes something totally wrong. That you see with your fentanyl zombies. That you see with your great wife zombies. And that you see what happens when most of the people are not educated. Before war, Syria, and especially Damascus, was much more better educated than you. Even Iran has education systems that's, even when it's not equal for everyone, closer to science than you ever will be. And your reverse meta-engineering. And the misuse of our patient status. They give in on WhatsApp, Insta, and so on. For that you will pay. Because this time Austria and Germany is innocent. And when you wanted a universal space tax war with China, and they answered your call with a World War Declaration, we did a funny thing. We started a fund war. No Austrian that has common sense did go to your war. I even made a battle of the bastards with your Coca-Cola company on the Frequency Festival in St. Pölten. I was there to make my bureaucracy shit with the ÖGK to prove I know better them than all that we have a critical system error in our digital government, cause that was so quickly when they did get that it's not wisely to make about our Verwaltung a marketing gag of the ÖGK. Special with a guy named Ali, cause accidentally maybe Ali did found this idea, inspired this idea, 1995. And that's since when I started to stay always Migrantifa. And started to fuck with your corruption. But I didn't fuck it. I more fisted it, because I was beating left, Black Bloc. And soon there will be Black History Month X after a dry January. And then you will see what Slava Rakusko to Melania, my queen, for the dignity of presidents like you do. And don't. Because from the law, dear Vlad, dear Donald, dear Macron. Okay, King Charles, you are safe. Your boys did a great job. Both of them. And Camilla is totally funny, like always. Oh, see, she's so cruel, we like her. Fits to her as elder caretaker of, which prince we mean. And to say it clear, the Epstein Files, they started by Eppenstein to Göring. The real father, maybe, of Göring. And in Sudan, there is Epstein now. You see the Epsteins from there, from out of space. And the most disgusting experience I made it when I was in Africa to take the place of my child doctor that I promised my mother when there is the SOS project Rwanda in need of a bureaucrat. I will do the job, no matter the costs. And that I did, 2020. I was at the border of Rusizi, where this Jane Goodway is. Total crazy story about the Sisters of Francis of Rusizi from Assisi to the Hubble Foundation of the Invisible War Children of Coney. And there I met a policeman that told me about the change of Rwanda and the change of Africa. Later on, I found proof of evidence for corruption and started to inform the network of social care helpers that has to be stopped. For transparency, and that they did. The price we paid was very big, because it was a silent process. But the promise that was gave to the African Union 1995, we kept and proved that we cared every second since 1955. Because the monsters you are now, we start to imagine in a sports hall many years from now, in the past now. And that what we learned from history. Never ever war again with fair trade. Is that what makes the Artificial Intelligence Trade Act of the European Union fair enough for Austria? And it's time to show the citizens of Austria why we privately, everyone, invested in GIS. So our commonwealth, through the common sense and the common humor of the universal state artist company of Austria, the hallucination company, and now Addiction Help Now, new, the de-hallucination company. But for that, you owe us money, a lot of money, and that's also the intervention that we now are totally safe, dear Taylor. I'm the son of a Viktorianerin, a bee Kaiserin, like a sister of bee queens from Vienna. So my mother was a Viennese. And I survived in exile in the wood quarter, total Nazi region. It's where Austrians Nazis come from. So 996, Zettel, sprangen die Nazis aus dem Meer. You are our bee queen, be our guest.